Hey guys, CDTV, the P here, and it is time for the reaction to Vinyl Days by Logic. A little bit late with this one, but that's okay. I have a good feeling about this one. So far what I've heard from this is Tetris, Decades, Therapy Music, and Vinyl Days, the title track from the album. I put out reactions to two of those on my second channel, so if you want to see my first reactions to Therapy Music and the title track, those are on there now. I do have a reaction to Tetris and Decades recorded. I just haven't put it out on that channel yet, but I definitely will either right before or around the same time that this video goes up. Just keep in mind that that was recorded like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Can't focus on 2 channels at once, man. If you watch both my channels, you'll be extremely aware of that. It's always daunting to do a reaction and look at the track list and see that it's 30 tracks long, but I think like around 7 of those are skits, and the album length is like 1 hour and 11 minutes, which for a 30 track album is relatively on the short side. But I'm really excited to hear this, man. I don't really think there was a bad single from this project. The one I liked the least was Decades, because it kind of had the least like original content to it, but even then it still sounded nice. I don't know, I think this is just going to be a really great project to listen to and just a nice like fun throwback style of album. We have to add another positive review to the CDTV Logic saga. So let's just get started, man. Let's just get started. Vinyl Days, track number 1, Danger. And this is under a minute long, so this might just be a skit.
I'm Morgan Freeman, and I just wanted to take a moment out of my day. Logic is the GOAT.
Nice.
Logic never left. Retired for what?
That's what you call motherfucking bars. Okay, that was a cool little intro to start it off. I'm not going to say a lot about it, obviously, but just getting Morgan Freeman and Funkmaster Flex to kick off the album. Funkmaster Flex just energetically talking shit for Logic. I liked it. It was cool to hear production from Logic and Six on that one, because even though it was just a very quick intro, the beat in the background still sounded very nice. I'll be interested to see how much Logic production we see throughout this project. So let's just get right into the next one. Track number 2, Tetris. I have heard it before, so you can check out my first reaction, which I will put out on my second channel to see how I felt about it at first, but I like the song. I think it's got a lot of energy to it. Produced by Logic and Six again.
Even if you knew the whole clan couldn't protect us, don't deflect it, you motherfuckers is defective. So I'm the reason your kids afraid of the dark. I'll leave you bankrupt for real, can't pay your light bill, how you feel? You spent your whole advance on a chain. I invested mine in crypto and now I'm sailing out to Spain.
I mentioned this on my first listen to this song, but this is a very choice time to mention making money off of crypto right now. Not doing so good at the moment.
Only undercover if I'm cutting under sheets. Know my whole style, check the profile.
Love those heavy ass dusty drums. I love that. I think Tetris is a nice simple way to start off the project. I remember in my first reaction to it I said I could actually see that song going for a verse longer and still being really interesting, but it does work at the length it's at as well. Love the production on it, man. Just those sort of like dusty sounding drums, but in a good way, and the way they just roll off of each other and the little vocal samples in the beat. It's just a very nostalgic sounding beat. A really good way to open this up, so we better just get right into the next song because I have already reacted to Tetris. Track number 3 is In My Lifetime featuring Action Bronson, and for a track with a feature it's shorter than Tetris, so I'm interested to see how this one goes. And of course there's the Jay-Z reference in the song title there. Produced by Logic on his own, this one, let's go.
Yo, I got game plenty, talk shit, reload the semi, mafia shit, motherfucker, I'm the fastest, I made it through the light despite how dark my past is, what?
Smoking back-to-back Dutches, my finger just inches off the button that'll turn your fucking body into stuffing, dressed like I'm doing construction, man, I be smoking mad shit, that's why I'm silly, stupid motherfucker. You know it's me.
That was cool. I haven't listened to a lot of Action Bronson myself. The main things I know about Action Bronson is that he likes to rap about food and wrestling. And this, at least with the food part, was pretty in line with it. Pretty in line with what I know about him. This one being fully produced by Logic, he made a really nice beat for this one. Although why is Action Bronson saying that his girl has strange feet? It's an interesting thing to drop into the verse. And I'm guessing Funkmaster Flex is going to sort of be like hosting throughout this. Funkmaster Flex had a little, you know, vocal interlude on this one. I'm guessing that's going to be throughout the whole project now. We were very close at the start of Logic's verse with him going into a hit him with a semi-automatic, I'm bringing the static ahead of the head, that kind of rhyme scheme. He stuck with the semi-rhyme scheme and there was no automatic, so I'll give that a pass. So let's go on to the next one, track number 4. Like I said, I have heard this one and I reacted to it in the same video that I reacted to Tetris in because they dropped together. It's Decades. It's not a bad song. It's not completely its own thing because it basically takes the verse from The End, which was a song from Welcome to Forever, but he just extends the verse a little bit. But I kind of like it with the way it worked in the song being called Decades, because that song did drop about a decade ago. This is just showing the difference between where he was then and where he is now. That's kind of the vibe I got from it.
I just want to thank God for the life that I got. Seen a lot of pain, yeah, seen a lot.
I mean, how can you hit on a song with a smooth ass chorus like that, you know? Just, it feels nice.
Now I say, yeah. You played me this verse I had from like 10 years ago, so I thought I'd do it now. Look to my right and see my sisters fucking thugs. Ain't it funny how this light go? One moment you're in the dark, but when that light glow, but when you got this much heat, it's just too hard to chill. I just wanna thank God for the life that I got.
I think those switches are really nice. The last one caught me a bit off guard the first time I heard it, but still, there's something really smooth about it, man. You know what gets me about this one? I think this is why I'm liking this music a bit more. With this album, it feels like Logic really isn't concerned with making like a great album or an album that people love. That's not a diss to the album. I'm just saying that's not his main focus, and it doesn't sound like he's overthinking it, you know? It's like he said before he went into the verse on this song, he was like, oh yeah, Six just played me this verse I made like 10 years ago, so I thought I'd just do it again over this beat, because why not? And I'm not even mad at it, because it just sounded like he was having a good time with it, and it sounded nice over that instrumental. We'll go with the next song, and we'll just let it run straight into the one after that, because the next one's just a very short skit. Track number 5, we have J.J. Abrams, and track number 6, BLACKWHITEBOY. Biracial Bobby has been reborn again. It's alright, you know, the biracial jokes are over. They're done. It was a good arc, but Logic is self-aware enough about it now that it's like, he's kind of in on the joke, you know?
Bobby, hey, it's JJ. So I heard a couple cuts from Final Days. Holy shit. If this is what retirement sounds like, unbelievable.
Still in the game with you, wetting fools like when the rain hits you. Music, movies, and families, I'm a lane switcher, ready to get you now. All up in your face with some shit you can't avoid. Yeah, this black white boy finna push you into the void. I ain't got
this shit is hard, man.
I do this for most, do this for thought, do this for Dilla on the Farilla, but don't let me start showing love, cause I won't be able to stop.
For people who think it's a fluke, you have to do it again. One more time.
Oh, he's going in.
Spill my blood on the page, blood on the leaves, blood flowing down my arm from the heart of my sleeve. We keep it real all the time, boy, you best believe. I love rap at it. Wanna know why I retired? Cause I was uninspired. And everything was fuck you, pay me.
That's the best song from this so far. Man, goddamn. Oh. That is one of the best couple of Logic verses that I've heard in a while. It just felt like there was a lot of passion and some anger in that one. Some of that pissed officerness in there. That was produced by Ted Boyd and Six. They produced an amazing beat for that one. Just super dark and intense. It almost sounded like something you would hear 2013 Tyler the Creator over. Imagine like a Tyler feature on this. I think that would be crazy. But that's not saying that I'm wishing for more from this track, because I think it was incredible the way it was, and the best song I've heard from this project so far, man. It was Logic acknowledging a lot of the criticisms that have been put towards him, you know, throughout his career, his last few albums and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes when people rap about the criticisms against them, it comes off in a really unself-aware way, or it's just a bit cringy, but I think he did it perfectly on here, and he basically said, this is what people say about me, but I'm just doing what I want to do, and this is me doing it. Retirement brought something out of him, man. I love that song. Okay. I'm excited to hear more music on this. So let's get into track number 7, Quasi.
Hey yo, Quaz, hey Quaz, pick up the fucking phone. It's your cousin Melvin, bro.
Oh, okay. It's a Quasimoto reference. I don't know why I didn't click that.
Mad Lib, my man, come the fuck back, damn. Show the people that you understand what I'm saying. Quasimoto flow toe to toe with any spitter. In the lab, you said people don't wanna hear my shit. I should smack you, brother. They revere that shit. and a god amongst men.
This is really wholesome.
I had to write you now or else I probably never would. I don't want you full of regret like damn man I shoulda. Hip-hop from J-Lib to Mad Villainy, you are the sound of our ancestors.
You know what? There was something just really wholesome and nice about that. Logic dedicating a whole song on his album to basically say, Madlib, man, you need to rap again because you're super influential and I want to hear it again. This is what I mean, man. This just sounds like Logic making whatever the hell he wants to make and just rapping about stuff that he feels like rapping about at that moment. You know what? I've never listened to a Quasimoto album, which is where the name of this song comes from. Quasimoto is Madlib's rapping persona, I believe. It was only just last year or like 2 years ago that I listened to Mad Villainy for the first time in my life. I do this with so many albums. There's a lot of classics that I haven't heard because I always do this thing where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put it off until the moment feels right. And then it never feels like the perfect moment to listen to that album, so I just never get it done. That's why I listened to Mad Villainy so late, and it was a great album, and I need to hear some Quasimoto music now, man. If you've got any recommendations, drop them down in the comments below for any like Madlib produced stuff or more tracks with them rapping as Quasimoto. Just let me know. I just do think that's a wholesome track. There's gonna be some negative Nelly out there that's gonna say, oh, the dick eating is crazy with this track, but I think it's nice. So let's move on to the next one. This is a blast to listen to, man. Track number 8, Bleed It. This was a single. This will be my first time hearing this song.
I'm chilling with my mom watching 10 Commandments, got a Bible in her hand and I'm facing abandonment.
Hold up, what is this, man? This is like some like rebellious old school shit. I guess it's the bass on this. There's some like rock and roll type of edge to this, man.
50-50, I was born to be a fuck up. What up? Always been myself, so shut the fuck up. I bleed, pick up the pen and I'm bleeding. I once was a loser, a failure.
Oh. Damn, man. I really loved the production on that. There was something about it, like I said, that had that sort of rebellious vibe to it, just with the bass line. And it had those like heavy, dusty drums again. Logic had this sort of, I don't even know how you would describe it, like a sort of like radio style filter on his voice. And then you had those occasional like bell sounds, I want to say, that came into the instrumental. It also gave it this sort of like haunting vibe. Honestly, I think like this era of Tyler the Creator, the sort of Call Me If You Get Lost era of Tyler the Creator, would have made a great feature on this project on some of these songs. It's not something I'm super sad about, of course, but just thought it was worth mentioning because I think Tyler would go crazy on some of these beats. This album is doing pretty well so far at keeping each song sounding like its own individual thing. There hasn't been a bad song on it yet, and we're almost through like the first third of it. Track number 9, LaDonda. I don't know what that means or if it's related to Kanye in any way, but it's called LaDonda. Oh, it's Donda in Spanish.
Hey yo, last album on Def Jam, now where the fuck's at? Independent now, smear they face in my nutsack. Fill it in my ball spot, Anthony Fontano. Your plaid shirt wearing motherfucker. I used to fantasize about murdering you, choking you to death and watching from your point of view till we got friendly.
That's crazy. I'm assuming that's a bit of hyperbole just to emphasize how much criticism used to hurt Logic. Fuck, I hope he's never seen any of my videos. Fantano's definitely had some harsh criticisms towards Logic before, but I think one thing I've always enjoyed about his videos is, even if I disagree with the stuff that he says, I can see his reasoning with the way that he explains it. But obviously, if you're the person that made the music, it still can sting because that's something that's really personal to you. My view has always been that if you're not ready for criticism, or if you're not in a place where you can take it, you should try and avoid it, basically. That's what I do. You know, if I'm having a bad day and I'm not in the mood for someone in my comments to say that my accent sounds like shit, then I'm not going to read my comments, you know?
And your opinion is just your opinion. It doesn't matter like your legion of fuckboy minions. If I remember commenting on Rap Genius threads, I remember arguing on Reddit hip-hop heads. And the craziest shit, I'm still the same kid I was with a love for hip-hop. Now I just got a bigger buzz. What's up?
Okay, LaDonda was a very curious one. You know, I quite liked it. It had a bit more more of a kind of smoother vibe to the instrumental on this one. Wasn't as raw or gritty as the last two songs we got. The main thing that stood out on this one was that whole Fantano segment. Saying that he literally wanted to murder him was wild. But I think that's an important thing to keep in mind as well. If someone criticizes your music, it doesn't mean that they want to see you fail, because like Logic said on here, he talked to Fantano and he basically told him that, yeah, he built an amazing fan base and a career, and his opinion is just his opinion. What I think skews it is the fact that he has a big fan base, you know? When you're watching a Fantano video, it can be easy to forget for some people that it's just one single person's opinion. If you see a review of your music and it's got 1 million views and a bunch of likes and it's criticizing your music, you could see that video and think to yourself, fuck, like 1 million people hate my music, or 1 million people have this thought. But people could watch and like a video for 1 million different reasons. It doesn't necessarily mean they agree with the criticism. You have to remember at the end of the day that it's just someone's opinion, and it doesn't mean they want to see you fail if they give a negative review. He also said College Park would be next, which is a project. I'm interested to see how that turns out, because Vinyl Days is cool. Track number 10, again, we're just gonna let this run, you know, from the skit straight into the next song. So it's track number 10, Aaron Judge, and that's going to run into track number 11, Clouds, featuring Langston Bristol. That sounds like the most British porn star name ever. And Currency.
Yo, Bobby, it's Aaron Judge, man.
I could give a fuck the shit you want. I was gonna hit the road, but I'm staying longer. Doing whatever the fuck I wanna do when I wanna do it. People thinking they know it, but they never knew it. Would it be like, it's alright. I'm off like a flight, took a left, did it right with a sight, knowing everything gon' be alright.
Oh, you know what I love about this? This kind of rhyme scheme and flow that Logic is doing on this song, Clouds. It sounds super familiar, but just the way he's delivering it over this beat and the tone of voice he's using, it makes it sound more kind of fresh and new, if that makes sense. He's going smooth as hell over this beat, even if it is sort of a rhyme scheme that we've heard before.
Kinda funny how my last studio cost 7 zeros, but I make the best shit when I'm all alone in my room. Color spark coming soon.
Tryna get a brand new coupe, she gon' wonder where the roof at when she get in it. Wheel spinning while I'm on the E-way. I wish life was easy. If all them stick to the code, if you start faking over here, I'll look you dead in the soul and tell you.
Pilot spoke a retirement thought. All we get out of it was a best of greatest hits. Inspirational as a motherfucker. Ask my brother, hustles like no other.
Clouds was great too. Where are the misses on here? Where are the misses? One line that really stuck out to me on here was when he said, kind of funny how my last studio cost 7 zeros, but I make the best shit when I'm all alone in my room. It reminds me of, I think, what J. Cole did with the Off Season. It just gives you that same inspired feeling that you had back then and just brings this rawness out of you. I think there's definitely something to that, you know? Loved Logic on it. I really liked the fast flow, but it was so chill on his verse. Like, it sounded like he was relaxed as hell, just rapping fast. Langston Bristol really fit the vibe of this track as well. My apologies for slandering his name before the track, but yeah, that was really smooth. Track number 12, Michael Rap, and track number 13, Therapy Music, featuring Russ. Once again, reaction to that, it's up on the second channel. I love Therapy Music. I think it was my favorite single from the album.
Yo, Logic, Bobby, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Oh, I was trying to figure out who the hell Michael Rapp is, and it's Michael Rappaport. That makes sense.
Stop tech, I'll block you.
Yankee owner, I got stripes in this game. High-headed, but got ice in my veins.
I still haven't listened to any other Russ music, but I think his verse on this is hard as hell.
Independent with a major budget. You ain't mad at me, you mad your lady love it. We should change the subject.
I don't give a damn, living day to day just like the normal man I am. Bringing it back to the reason I began.
I love this part, man.
So hold up, grab the gap, reload up, rap happy my soldiers. Yeah, I'm older, but I'll be wise. I'm fucking around to open your eyes up. Now these haters claim I fell from grace a couple years back.
Yeah. Yep, I still love Therapy Music, man. Genuinely. Like, in my opinion, there hasn't been a bad song on this album yet. There's barely even one that I think is, like, just kind of okay. What I really want to do after I've listened to this album, I might make a playlist, you know, with all the skits kind of taken out of it, just so I can see how it sounds just listening from track to track to track. Because the skits are cool as a nice little, you know, bonus within the album, and they do add to the character of it, but I want to make a playlist for when I just want to listen straight through the music. So we're going to go into track number 14, Tony Revolori, and let that run into track number 15, which is Rogue One. Halfway point of the album, let's go.
Tony Revolori, what's good? We still on for this movie night tonight? Still on for this movie night? I'm starting to feel like you're avoiding me. Yo, Bobby, what's good? It's Tony Revolori. I got those underwears that you let me borrow. Let me know if you want them back.
I just want to know why Logic is so dead set on ducking Tony Revolori. On to Rogue One.
Ready to kick it, give a fuck about a bitch. Was with him for a decade, now we off without a hitch. I don't give a fuck if your shit went platinum. Now I think I'm a good father figure, cause I was sonning rappers before I was a father, go figure. My cryptocurrency is in the 7 figures. Been raising my son, blazing for fun, basking in the rays of the sun on my face. Took a step back, damn, I think I finally found my happy place. Now I'm giving it up for the real motherfuckers that love rap, no cap. Retire for a minute, now I'm back.
We got a bunch of chill tracks in a row there, I'd say, from LaDonda through to Clouds, Therapy Music. Rogue One was just another one of a grittier, raw, more energetic one. Sounded extremely like sort of 80s, 90s rap with that sample that it used. That was really cool. I liked it. Still have not heard a bad song on here, and I'm happy about that.